before, thinking it'd be fine.
Like, the only difference between grave robbing and archaeology is a time bracket.
Oh no,
Well, I mean,
they broke. I had a player break into the City of the Dead to try and steal corpses.
Why?
Because you can't spell romance without necromancer. Strike that, reverse it.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Because they thought they were a good character, but were doing like all this horribly bad stuff. Like, I'm just gonna kidnap these citizens of Waterdeep and torture them, and then I'll go back later for their children, and I'm torturing them for a good cause. Well, what's the good cause? To make a suitcase. A suitcase that can house skeletons.
Now, if you're super into the whole animating dead thing, I can understand that because you need a skeleton to animate, or it's part of the whole spell.
They
You could just use the dead bodies of people. You could just kill, like, oh, we killed this guy. Have him dragged off and eek 'em boke 'em behind a wall or something.
Well, I had like in my session, I had gotten them to sign a devil pact and to get a book that had all this necromancy stuff in it because they were a necromancer, and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna like violate all these laws and like get these corpses and torture these citizens of Waterdeep, and it's fine.
It's not fine?
No, it's not.
Press X to doubt.
We've been bamboozled.
The X button is just mashed.
Look, the lizard folk says otherwise. He thinks that it's delicious. I think he's meant to say delightful. I can't be too sure.
Oh, hey, we're alive.
Yes, it's 5 minutes after start time.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 Hope everyone's doing well this holiday season. Hey. Hello, everyone. I am the dungeon master of this game, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I have my players here with me. Last week, what happened last week, friends?
You murdered us.
I didn't murder you.
But
No,
you murdered two of us.
I'm glad you
Which
finally
makes you-
connected
that's
that.
different.
You didn't murder us.
It was all me. I did it. I'm sorry, everybody.
Nope.
It was probably my fault too.
It's taken her all week, but now she finally understands. She didn't kill us.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. You didn't kill them. You murdered them without a chance of resurrection. They're gone forever.
Gone the way of the dinos.
Oh no.
Well, that's not true. But yes, you all had run into a handful of cultists on the way out, and they fully took advantage of the split party. Two of the characters ended up falling, and the remaining characters fled the scene in order to preserve themselves, leaving the treasure behind. And what might have happened afterwards will possibly be revealed. But you all did make it to the Vault of Dragons, but you ended up losing the Stone of Galore as well in the process of fleeing, along with your comrades' bodies, and Eshfel missing.
She sold us out.
So, we will be picking up here from where we left off. Tell me, what is Eleanor and Elizabeth doing?
Just, switch scene to Elizabeth is sitting at the pub like nothing's different.
Wow.
Nah, she's legging it to the Halls of Justice.
Okay.
Although the pub does sound tempting.
Pub first, then justice.
It's we can get a drink on the way, but we really need to go get somebody.
Alright. So, you two start making your way over to the Halls of Justice, where your contact, Elizabeth, is usually stationed. When you enter, it's not hard to find her when you ask for Sabra. I assume that's who you're looking for.
Yeah, and Elizabeth would run in and fucking spend like 3 minutes just like, get me, just a minute. Fuck, I don't run enough. Get me, Sabra Palabranta. Fuck, and a drink. Fuck.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Priest, pulls out a water skin, offers it to you. But he turns over his shoulder and gestures at a young squire and says, "Go find Sabra." And a few minutes pass before the booted footsteps of Sabra Palabranta does step out. She notices you, recognizes you, and moves forward. Elizabeth, I take it this is important.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
She said, Elizabeth, I take it this is important.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know what I need, but I need some sort of favor. We were on a job. 2 of my people went down. Fuck it. That's most of them. I can't go back to solo life. Fucking Lime was the cause of most of my clientele. What the fuck am I meant to do without her? Fuck.
Slow down. What happened?
Fuck it. You can get the entire story. We were digging through looking for the vault of someone or other for a shitload of gold. We used what was referred to as the Stone of Galore and eventually found it, opened it, and yeah, sure enough, there was a shitload of gold in there. As we were trying to make arrangements to transport the gold, we were set upon by, I think they were shape changers. They killed one of my girls and took her form. And on our way out, they killed one more, and then we started running. And here we are.
Do you happen to have their... So, who was it that attacked you?
I don't really know. I've only met them once before. Excuse me. They were operating out of... At least one of them was operating out of the Yawning Portal. If we can find her, we might be able to get some more information, but beyond that, I don't know any specific names, I'm afraid.
Alright, I'll try to help any way I can, but I need to know how I can help.
I don't really know. For the time being, I suppose, just... fuck. Why wasn't I paying attention?
We definitely need people to get down there quickly, because they're just going to take the money and leave.
Yeah, if we can get a few people to at least lock down the noble's house, that would be a start. Make sure they can't leave easily.
Then I know that, yeah, they're very shady people. They were, at least two of them were summoning spectral weapons to attack people. Like these weird cultists we saw.
Cultists. What were they? What were they wearing? Can you describe them?
Trying to remember if Eleanor could remember the exact look of them.
Make a straight wisdom check. Yes, you can remember the exact look of them.
Oops. Whoops, that was a save. My bad. Yeah, she'll describe the look of the outfits and that they were by the one tower, I think.
The rundown.
Yeah,
Tower.
where there
Yes.
were homeless people. They were also like in the top and had summoned the devils that we chased through a city.
All right, and that catches her attention as you describe this to her. It sounds like this cult definitely needs to be stopped, and I have been trying to follow some leads on some similar circumstances. Once I track some of these people down, I'll definitely bring it to your attention. And you mentioned, do you remember where this tower was that you saw?
I'm like, shoot, where was it on the map?
I will need. I need to check to make sure that this works the way it does.
I think the wrong two people went down.
Let's see. There we go. All right. No, okay. So you're free of that. All right. Did you have the location or?
I don't have the street address, but I was just there.
She'll pull out a map and unfurl it, and can you show me the location, general area at the very least?
She stares at it for a good minute or two, and yeah, it doesn't really get much.
Raid from the Lollygaggers. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you.
Woo.
How's everyone doing today?
I really hate that my notes have this great description of the tower and not where it is, and that really makes me mad. It's all dilapidated, and I'm like, okay, where is it?
Well,
Can I roll to remember?
yes, you can. Straight wisdom check.
Hiya.
18.
Yeah.
Oops, on the page. Yeah, you're able to piece together the general location for where this tower is. It would have been. would have been down in the dock board, somewhere in this general area. Where
Okay.
exactly it was located isn't, because it doesn't give a street address for it, but you have a general idea of where you had descended into the Vault of Dragons. So
Yeah.
you're able to give that kind of area even if you don't have the street address. And she nods and says, I'll send someone to take a look at the area. In the meantime, you look like you've all had it pretty rough. If you need to rest here, you're certainly welcome, or whatever you need, but
I do appreciate it, thank you.
Much appreciated.
certainly. And she starts to turn and dispatch who she needs to follow up on these leads. Is there anything else you wanted to do while you wait?
Give a description of Lime and Medley so that if they happen to see them walking around, don't trust them.
Don't trust these corpses. No, that's fair.
Because we had a Medley show up and try to lead us to a trap.
That is fair.
And then got roasted. So yeah, Eleanor's like, if you see them and they look fine, it's BS, don't believe it.
They are not fine.
They're super not fine. They could be Zambos.
Alright, so are you two just gonna stay in the halls of justice for a short time, or are you gonna head back to Troll Skull Alley while you wait? Or would you like to just spend the night at the hall?
How are you doing? Relative to your magical resources, because I am entirely drained.
I didn't get many opportunities to use mine before Limes went down. And I'm still okay. I could use just a short rest and probably be alright.
I would appreciate a longer one, and I don't think it's entirely safe to go home just at the moment.
Agreed. Rest here for a while, head back. I'm going to... Oh, I need to get a message to the Enclave.
That nimble rate's still in your closet. Or pantry.
And only we know.
Alright.
Yeah, Eleanor will get a note written and have sent out to the Emerald Enclave telling them that seems that the doppelganger have come back, if they never left or they just came back after a bit,
Oh, one of them did.
to let them know the situation has escalated.
Indeed.
And also she could totally get help.
Alright. So, Brenda's and Nido, what brings your characters to Waterdeep? Or have you been here before?
Been here the whole time.
Yeah. Been here for like 40 years. I don't know how long satyrs live.
Alright, so just to kind of were Elizabeth and Eleanor, after the long rest, were you going to head back to Troll Skull, or are you just gonna hang out there?
If Cerberus has come back and told us anything, we'll probably go straight on to our adventures. Otherwise, I think it might be worth checking out our home to see if anyone's lingering there for us.
Okay. Going back, you don't find anyone there. Everything is as it were. You can, actually tack on that long rest if you need to, since you just came up and rested immediately. You do notice that across the street now that, see, I guess it would be late into the evening now, but you do notice that across the street to the spirit tap that there is that it's lively just the same, and there are a couple new faces within. So if Dido or Rindis, if either of you would like to describe your characters.
Dido can go first. I'm still working.
Okay.
You see a pink-haired, average-sized satyr with large gold horns that fade into like a dark purple. She's wearing a green top and bottom. And she is like a light purple, and as you get down to the fur, which are actually scales, turns into like a darker purple, and then pink hooves, and she has a dragon tail. Accented in gold.
And you see this satyr-like figure just spending time over at the spirit tap where you two often frequent. I would say you notice her across the street as she's stepping inside.
Huh. That's a peculiar looking guest.
Don't ever get to see many satyrs, pretty much ever. That's pretty neat.
Wonder what brings them to town. Yeah, fuck it. I could use a beer. Let's see. Yeah, with that, Elizabeth will just walk over to the spirit tap, go straight to the bar, get a beer.
And you do. It is still relatively busy within the spirit tap. You notice a few different figures sitting around, but this satyr has just entered as well.
Yeah, Elizabeth will just grab a beer, walk over to her, set it down on the table, and just... So, you look interesting. Want to go kill some people?
Do you ever get that feeling, a deja vu?
Yes?
Do you ever feel like you've been here before?
I come here every day. It's right across the road and they serve beer. Of course I come here every day.
I haven't been here in a while.
Can't say I've seen you before.
I had to go home for a little bit, but I'm back now. Do you just randomly go up to people and ask them to kill things?
I've had a bit of an exciting evening last night, so... Excuse me,
Oh,
but...
please, tell me about it.
Yes. She kind of, like, stares off into the distance and, like, tries to work out how to explain what happened in a way that doesn't also reveal too much.
Start crying on
And
your
just...
shoulder.
Yeah, probably. Shit happened, friends died, and now I want to kill some people, so... We're slowly working our way there.
What's in it for me if I help you kill some things?
The thrill of battle.
Not everybody's put on this planet to kill things.
Well, true, some are really good at it regardless. And she'll introduce herself. My name is Eleanor.
Oh, yes, sorry, I completely forgot names. Sorry, I'm Elizabeth Gallows.
Elizabeth. Eleanor. Eloise.
Oh,
Together we are the Triple E's.
Do triple E. See, now I feel out of place because I didn't put an E name.
Nope,
See-
straight to the courthouse. We're changing yours.
Yeah, hold on.
All
I
four
can,
of us
I can
are
find
the
them.
G's.
I can find
In-
them. Hold on.
now we're the G Whizzes, it's okay.
So what exactly are we killing?
Cultists.
Cold.
Cultists of what?
You know, they never introduced what kind of dark power they worship, only that at some point they summoned small demons to carry messages and things. Or devils, one of the two. It's hard to tell when you're running on rooftops.
I believe these ones were technically devils, but don't trust me on that.
Well, sure, why not? Maybe which helping you will help me with what I think.
In worst case scenario, there's some gold in it.
I have enough gold. I point to my horns, my tail.
As you all are talking amid the gentle violin music that the flump is playing off in the corner, the door opens and a new face enters. Brendis, would you like to describe your character?
No.
Okay.
You gave me the option. I chose.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, got him. Entering the spirit tap is a gnome, standing no more than 3'5", soaking wet, 45 pounds. They're dressed in basic tinkerer's garb, non-flammable materials, probably their apron still. They have big bushy brown hair with a streak of gray coming down one side, and they've got goggles rested atop their head. Their eyes are amber, their skin is a soft mocha hue, and they kind of shamble their way up to the bar, and they quickly climb up onto one of the stools and sits down and is like, I'm gonna need 3 rounds of the Ecto Cooler.
And the woman at the bar, she gives a nod and says, "Oops," and says, "Of course, 3 rounds coming up." And as Anna Stormshore turns and leans over and calls something out in the back, and then
Never
without
fails.
fail, I apologize. I forget about this every time. But she calls out something in the back, and a moment later, she brings out three mugs of this glowing, luminescent, soft green alcoholic beverage. Spirit Tap's finest. And sets them all down before you.
Yes, indeed, quite fascinating. She takes out a medical or electronic device and just upends one of the flagons into it and starts looking at some readings while lowering her goggles. Truly fascinating. She starts sipping from another one, and then the third goes into a little backpack that she has, just dumps it in.
Eleanor's got the face like, did you guys just see that?
Is she trying to... Ooh, is that like a way to store travelers and keep them cold, maybe?
I would assume it's either for something in the backpack or she's storing it for later, but
Also make me a Constitution save if you're drinking one of those.
I am.
Alright, fantastic.
She knocks it back like this isn't her first time trying it.
And you've had it before, and as always, there's whenever you imbibe it, you're not knocked off your feet and seeing all sorts of stuff. You don't phase through the floor again, but you do see like little motes of drifting nebulous figures that appear and vanish and phase through the various walls.
And she takes out her notepad, starts inscribing some findings. Just as I thought, just as I suspected. Exactly. She'll sit down. The gold needed to pay for the 3. Thank you very much. I will be back this same time next week. And she'll hop down and start to saunter her way out.
Like clockwork.
Precisely. To the millisecond.
As you start to head out, the door flies open, and there's a large man there who just shouts, "Ugh, I just heard the news. This is tragic." And Mert sombers in and goes up and walks past, I need to look at your new name, walks past,
The gnome.
yeah, the gnome, how's that pronounced? Epidote?
Epidote.
Epidote.
I don't think that's it. I think it might be Epidot.
Epidot.
I don't know.
Epidot does sound kind of cool. Epidot. But Merp just, like, pauses in front of you and goes, "Oh, sorry, little lady. I almost mistook you for a friend." And just, like, very somber, kind of goes up to the countertop and sits down beside you all and says, "I heard that my associates have perished somewhere below the city. Is this correct?"
She's just sitting behind him. Yes. Eleanor just like sitting there on the table, not on the chair.
Epidote.
Oh, it is Epidote. Okay. Epidote.
And he turns then and says, "Anna, the largest size of ecto-cooler you got. Actually, for my companions here. For everyone, actually. We're gonna raise a glass in honor of Lime and Medley. And so this ecto-cooler starts going around, and Mert, of course, pays for it.
Epidote will wait and get some more ecto-cooler.
So the ecto-cooler is passed around, and as he does, he goes, "It's a real shame. We're gonna have to see if we can recover their remains and give them some honors they deserve. But this is to Lyme, Cholera, and Medley, 2 fine associates, members of the most secretive organization known as the Harpers." And everyone's like, "Wait, what?" But he raises this glass of ecto-cooler. Everyone forgetting what he just said.
I'll raise my glass. I'll drink it.
Alright. Everyone who's drinking, make a Constitution save.
Epidote raises hers, but it goes right into the backpack.
Okay.
18.
Is Eleanor drinking?
No, she raises her glass but doesn't drink it.
Okay. Elizabeth, those motes that Epidote was seeing, you're now seeing, but you're seeing them more detailed. They're these strange creatures that are flitting about and just phasing through furniture and the walls, just swimming around.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is good shit.
It is really good shit.
I'm gonna pull out my pan flute and start playing a somber tune. Like taps or something.
Sure. Give me a performance check. And the flump in the corner starts to play along. Fortunately, you had advantage because the flump is also playing music.
Thank goodness.
So this music plays and everybody kind of like goes into that like quiet, respectful silence for a bit. But this goes on for a little bit.
So he asked me to go fight things with you. You just lost people.
Yes. Don't let that be an indication of our fighting ability. It was a particularly bad day.
Sounds like. You left that part out.
Yeah, let's just pretend it didn't happen.
After a while, Mert rises and nods to everyone and starts to make his way out. Eleanor, with your ridiculous passive perception, you notice that there is a fifth figure across the street over by the hospital, not doing anything, but they seem to be just leaning against the wall to next to the door.
And Elizabeth probably see her like her crane her neck to look out the window towards it. Fellow doesn't look injured, but they're right by the place. Want to go take a look, Elizabeth?
In a moment. So, please explain, why are you pouring precious booze into your backpack?
Oh, this? Well, it's very simple, you see. I use the remaining ectoplasm that was used to make the alcoholic beverage to power my arcane armor. It is a wonderful source of energy.
Hearing that, it kind of makes it sound like we really shouldn't be drinking it, but oh well.
Oh, I mean, you probably shouldn't. The acidity levels of it alone is enough to melt through a human's teeth in a matter of weeks. I've also seen it have strange properties on organic plant matter,
What?
as opposed to inorganic plant matter where it remains completely inert.
I can't help but think this explains a few things. Okay, I'm satisfied. Want to go kill things?
Why would I do that?
For the thrill and excitement.
That sounds really boring and completely irrational.
I'll take that as a yes. Now, let's go and investigate that strange person leaning up against my building. Elizabeth just gets up and wanders off.
I look at this strange gnome.
Look up the very tall satyr. I imagine these strangers roped you into this predicament somehow?
Kind of with the same thing she said to you. Do you want to go kill something?
Well, I find the idea of just wantonly murdering things completely unappealing, and it violates the code legal here.
Yes, it does. I even told her that killing is not just something you should go around asking people to do.
No, it's a very bad advertising sort of situation. If I were inclined to do so, I would go find a guard, but they haven't really specified who they're trying to kill. That has my curiosity, at least.
Cultists of some kind?
Cultists of some kind. Well, all religions
They
are
don't
cults
even-
in a technical sense, so that doesn't really narrow it down much.
No, it doesn't. They could be cultists of Bahamut. They could be cultists of Gond. They could be any kind of cultist.
Egad, if they were cultists of God, that would mean they were trying to kill me. You don't think they're trying to kill me, do you?
They didn't specify who they were trying to kill. But
What if they're murderers
think-
and they intend to kill us?
I mean, I do have ways of defending myself.
As do I. Sounds like we need to make a pact. If they try and kill us, we'll kill them first. Or at least incapacitate them and bring them to the guards.
I'll take that pack. And I reach out my dragon tail.
And she lifts her tiny hand up and shakes the dragon tail. We are in agreement then. We will look out for each other, and if they try anything funny, it's to the guards with them.
We should keep a close eye.
Indeed. Both eyes if we're able. I guess we're following
I
them.
feel like those two characters
Yeah.
would also do well in the Harpers.
Mm-hmm.
Just loudly discussing this plan.
Listen, somebody just asked us if we wanted to go murder people in broad daylight,
Yeah.
so...
In the middle of a bar.
Where else do you gather a party to go and kill things? Of
Mark
course, it's in the
flags up.
bar.
So, are you two looking forward to join the most secretive organization known as the Harpers? That
That's
doesn't
gonna-
actually really have to
Oh,
happen.
okay, I was gonna be like, it's gonna be a hard pass, thanks.
But yeah, so you all start to cross the street. Elizabeth, you're kind of the first one there. When you draw closer, you notice that this woman is wearing noble clothing, has a rapier at her side, and a clothesline. You notice the clothing is torn in a couple places, and up on the shoulder, it looks like it was just burned away, and there's like a bit of what you would recognize as necrosis caused by magic. But she looks up, and you see that it's Ashbel.
Oh, thank fuck you're still alive. I couldn't remember where your house is.
Well, let's step inside. Are these two... She pauses, seeing the satyr and the gnome behind them.
Oh, yeah, there are new employees. And, yeah,
Employees,
guys.
I don't remember signing a contract.
We also own a hospital, so you'll be expected to, like, mend broken bones and stuff. You'll be right. You'll learn it pretty quick.
I don't recall signing any sort of contract of employment. You only asked us to murder people, which I am still apprehensive about.
As I said, you learn quick.
Do we, though? I mean, I certainly do, but...
I didn't come back to Baldur's Gate Waterdeep
You could have gone to
To
Baldur's
just-
Gate.
to just randomly kill things. Or people.
It is the random part that I'm still apprehensive about.
If they are going to
It's-
be part of this, perhaps a bit of elaboration is in order. But first, would you invite us inside?
But certainly
Yes,
more
of
than a
course.
bit of elaboration is in order.
I'll get this woman looked at while we talk.
I understand.
But I'm definitely not helping with your little establishment here.
I understand this is a clinic. I am in need of some treatment.
Yeah, come inside. Elizabeth will, like, dig for her keys, and then just turn the knob, and it's probably unlocked.
It is unlocked. The bark box starts going. Oof, 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 oof.
God, that fucking
right.
thing.
I switched it to Big Dog.
I don't know, just like, ah, crap. She like runs over to the box looking for the off switch.
And you're able to turn it on. But you move inside, and Ashrel immediately goes to sit down. So, after we had left the chamber, well, let's get these two up to speed, shall we? My name is Eshvel Roslan. I am a noble of Waterdeep, recently purchased a bit of land. Turns out that there's a bit of wealth beneath it. Wealth that supposedly belongs to the city. I never got my finder's fee. Now, after we had left to secure transport for that wealth, Medley had told me to run to get you. I was chased down, managed to slip away and hide. And with a little effort, I managed to recover what was left of them. While you two had fled, these cultists have taken up securing the gold. How they got past the dragon, I don't know.
Dragon?
Dragon.
What kind of dragon?
Gold.
Curious. In Waterdeep.
Supposedly dragons aren't able to exist in Waterdeep.
No, they are not.
Which I suppose raises a lot more questions than answers, though we can't get them without talking to the dragon about it.
After I had managed to drag your dead companions out, I watched them for a time. They were moving the gold somewhere, or have moved the gold somewhere. It took them several hours to do so.
Well, good. We'll have to find it.
I'm more interested to know how they got past a dragon.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
so am
curious.
I.
I didn't even know dragons were allowed in the city.
Neither
Well,
did
they-
I, and normally they're not. They're supposed to be a dragon lord.
Is the dragon word a lie? Conspiracy.
Well, there was, but they also were at least the one that came back was a changeling, a shapeshifter. So they might have all just assumed our luck and convinced him to let them take the money.
Are you saying the changeling was a dragon the whole time?
No, the changeling became one of our. At the time, we had no idea dead companions, and tried to convince us to help them out.
Are you a changeling?
Oh goodness, no!
Ishbel grabs her dagger and then lets it go.
I was tasked with getting rid of them from the city. Apparently, they either didn't leave or came right back.
When you can change forms freely, I can't help but think they didn't need to do much to blend in.
I suppose, but... Alright, so, note to self, start working on a changeling and doppelganger defense system. We'll need a way to scan and detect if somebody is truly who they say they are. I believe code words are in order.
Not a bad idea.
It's something very interesting.
How about kumquat?
It'd be a strange enough word. I don't think it's normally spoken enough. Why not?
What it is then?
I'm more partial to Tangelo.
Tangela.
In what circumstance would we ever use said code? Just say it randomly to prove that you're not a changeling, or do you
Absolutely.
try and weave it into conversation somehow?
Yes, on both accounts.
Okay, Tangelo. And to follow up, I don't know what Tangelo is.
It's a mix of two citrus fruits.
Sounds pretty good.
Well, you could just ask, how did you meet? Doppelganger won't know the answer to that question.
More specifically, it's a cross between a tangerine and a pomelo.
Oh,
Thus, Tangelo.
I see. And I don't really think that would work, because most people I've ever met have just been at the pub. It's pretty easy to just... It's a pretty obvious guess, I reckon.
So we burned down.
For an alcoholic.
Right, that.
Oh well,
So
Tangelo
what
it
is
is
this
then.
about missing money?
there was some gold, as dragons are to hoard, and was going to let some of us, take some of it out, as long as we left things like the gemstones, because he ate them for some reason.
She sort of turns back to her notes. Note: dragons eat gemstones. Is this why they have hoards? Research required further.
I think the gemstones are to sharpen their teeth.
That would make sense.
I appreciate the medical attention. I am going to do a little more scouting and find out where that gold is being taken.
It might be worth going back down to see if they apprehended, specifically left the dragon there. See if its corpse is still around, or...
If they are able to kill a dragon, we might be well out of our league to deal with them.
on at the very least. My land is no longer crawling with them.
So they found some other way to get the treasure out.
No, they spent several hours moving it.
Oh, why didn't your guards do anything about it?
Well, there were more of them than there were of my guards.
So they just hid or fled.
Well, I hid.
If they're able to kill a dragon, they can kill a few guards.
Assuming that they've killed the dragon.
Might have just taken their money and left. Why would the dragon know unless the dragon left too? And I'm pretty sure we'd know about the dragon suddenly appearing in the city. At least I hope so.
Like
Could always go back and ask. See if it's there.
If you want to go back and check, that's on you, but I am going to follow up on this. This theft.
No, Norwood Nongo, that would actually be pretty good, because if you can find out where it is, maybe they also might have told the dragon where they're moving it, and then, or at least how many were left when they came to get it, so we know what we're dealing with.
If these murderous cultists did speak to this dragon, I don't imagine it was very forthcoming. Regardless, where would you like me to drop off your friend's remains?
Probably the nearest temple for them. Don't go near the Gond one. I'll explain later.
All right. Well, I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Ashbel rises. Again, thank you for the treatment.
Of course.
She heads out the door.
He forgot to get payment.
I don't think they have payment available to them.
That gold was going to be what she got her payment with. Which is why she is making it a very good priority to find it.
She said she just bought some property. How do you think she bought it?
Well, yeah.
With the dirt? Sand?
Well, she had bought the property before we found the vault beneath it.
You're not very good business people not taking your payment for helping.
Well, we didn't have a decent amount of time to make a cut of the money before we were attacked.
Are you saying that without whatever money is missing, you guys have no money?
We have some.
Which means she probably also has money?
She is a noble. They tend to not be noble without money.
Unless this is, of course, a free clinic, which is not
Immediately,
unheard of.
Eleanor just starts laughing. No.
Yes, I would like a detailed report on your business model and how you plan to run this hospital.
Eleanor looks over to Elizabeth. Take it away.
Basically set wounds, get paid for it, go to the pub every night. That's about it.
I gesture toward the door. You didn't get paid.
We owe her a favor.
You hear scratching at the window.
Oh no, we're turning to go look at it.
There's a squirrel on the other side.
Oh, good. And she'll open the door.
You were just expecting a squirrel?
She's like, I sent a note to the Emerald Enclave.
So you open the window and the squirrel is just like runs in, jumps on your arm, and climbs up to your shoulder, and you hear, "Firstly, I am sorry about the loss of your friends. The idea that one or more of these doppelgangers have slipped back into the city or never left at all, is a bit troubling. I hope you dealt with them when they presented themselves to you. However, there is more trouble. The Xanathar's Guild is beginning to release monsters to distract the City Watch and the Guard while its members stir up trouble elsewhere. The authorities are having trouble catching and killing a flying horror known as a grell. This aberration, this one, was the latest seen snatching up an old woman at the dock. Unless we intervene, she won't be the last. And then the squirrel goes,
Wait, what was that last part? It didn't translate properly.
And she'll lift it up. Like, what was that last part again?
it sniffs you.
Do you not speak squirrel? What did it say?
I do not speak squirrel now.
It starts looking through your clothes.
Here, while you're here, and she'll cast Animal Messenger. Be like, we only dealt with one. There were too many, we had to leave. We think they might have found something important. As to the monster business, I guess if we can figure out what to do about it, we'll take care of that as well. Also, I do not speak squirrel. I might need a little bit more translating at the end of these messages. Thank you.
When you cast that spell, the squirrel pauses and it listens very intently. And then gives like a little squirrel salute and then hops on the window and runs out.
Has no one ever heard of parchment and ink? It's adorable, don't get me wrong. But, And she'll make sure the squirrel's running off and that it's a bit gone before she'll close the window.
Here you go.
Do you just let
Where's the
wild
squirrel
animals
noises?
run around your establishment?
No, these are specific for messaging between myself and the Enclave. Don't worry, it doesn't happen often.
Is it evening, morning, night, or afternoon?
Yes. What time of day is it, hun?
You all had taken a long rest, so I'd say it's still probably early morning. Y'all hadn't done too much.
Well, I guess whatever you've decided your priority to, we should hop to it.
There's a knock on the door.
You guys are popular.
A lot more than normal.
I suppose I'll open the door then.
You open
It's
the
not
door.
my establishment.
Yeah, and it is it's Sabra. And so she looks, as soon as you open the door and she sees you, she goes, "Oh, good, you're here. I just received a report. That cult that you were after, the one that summons devils. Well, I just received a report that spine devils are terrorizing citizens in 12 Dog Court, in the field. Come, we'll slay them together, and we'll find their evil summoner."
Ah, fantastic. Alright, guys, we've got a job. Let's go.
This is escalating quite quickly.
New friends?
Hello.
Hello, I'm, Sabra Bellabranta.
Sabra, Bellabranta. Noted.
What gives you authority to kill these bulls?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What gives you the authority to kill these devils?
Well, they're terrorizing citizens.
They're devils.
And they're devils.
Yes, but that does go against the code legal. What gives you the authority to go kill them?
Elizabeth will just grab out her badge of the gauntlet. This.
Does the code legal extend protections to infernals? I wasn't aware.
I mean, I suppose technically if they were citizens of Waterdeep, but these aren't citizens of Waterdeep and they're attacking citizens of Waterdeep.
Ooh, that is a technicality that makes it viable.
So it's okay if we murder people that are not citizens of Waterdeep, and it does not go against the code legal.
Only if they are most likely bringing harm to others and violating the citizens of,
Yes,
the city.
if they're attacking people, it's my duty, it's our duty to ensure the safety of the citizens of Waterdeep.
I don't think it counts as murder when we are protecting people. Murder
You'd be
seems-
surprised what satyrs would get in trouble for.
Oh, well, I've read stories. Not many stories, but certain stories that talk about what happens at satyr parties, and I will have to cross.
So excuse me for just
later.
covering all of my bases before I just go killing things.
I understand, given the nature of some people's outlooks on things, but as long as this has been an ordained thing like this,
So
absolutely can murder the hell out of these demons or
So
devils.
we are to understand that under the protection of the code legal, you have the authority to deal with these creatures.
Yes.
Very well. That's satisfying to me.
Shall we go? People are getting injured.
People are dying as we speak, no doubt.
And then we should probably take care of that aberration, because those are just disgusting abominations that need to be put down.
Aberration.
And she'll mention that the Enclave just let her know about the Xanathars had let out a flying thing called a grell, and it was it kidnapped a woman in the Duck Ward.
Oh. That's absolutely a problem.
But which one is more of a problem that needs to be dealt with now?
Well, I just received word that these devils are terrorizing people currently, so I really want to get to that, like, now.
Then it sounds like we have our priorities.
Right.
Take care of that, and then head down to the Dock Ward, see if we can find something about this aberration.
Yes.
I'm going to be joining you, so I'm ready to go whenever you are. Are you ready?
I am.
I am.
Quite ready. And she'll set down her backpack and press a button, and a suit of armor is going to appear, and it looks like just a mech suit that she can sit in. There's a little chair and controls, and it's missing a head, and that's where Epidote sits, and it's got big arms and legs, and she's like, ready to go.
Love it.
Wow, that is amazing.
You scoff at the
Reference.
idea of murder, yet you walk around with that thing on your back. I like you. Anyway, let's go.
You know,
Self-defense is not murder.
It's true. Per the code legal, it was already explained to us.
But what if you preempted your self-defense?
With more murder. Wait, no.
Alright, let's take care of these devils because we almost totally died or went to jail forever because of some, and I'm not letting that happen again.
I shrink down my pan flute and put it on a chain around my neck.
I really, really like that that they give so much personalization to Savra, but she has no character art and no token that even has her name on it. Fantastic.
Just random night picture.
Yeah, basically.
It's me, totally not random nights opera.
Alright. So, she starts leading the way down to 12 Dog Court in the Field Ward, which is north of where you all are. She is... Oh, interesting. Okay.
She also shows up in Princes of the Apocalypse.
Oh, does she? Dang.
She has an interesting backstory. It's pretty cool. I'm just offended that they don't give her
Any artwork.
Yeah. But yes.
Tis sadness.
All the sadness.
Sounds like we're going.
So she leads you up to the Field Ward. She is very driven to handle this, but as you all make your way there, I'm just going to go ahead and flip down. There's a building. There's a building. And that's good enough. Alright. Just be all over. Can y'all see?
You'll need to recenter us.
Did that
Yep.
work?
That works.
Okay. So you all can place yourselves where you'd like to be. We are about to roll initiative.
I can't click on my token.
What?
Yeah, I can't click on my token either.
And nor can I.
Oh, really?
Are they on the wrong layer?
As I say, might be these three tokens are on the wrong layer.
It's on the token layer.
They don't have control of these tokens for some reason.
Hmm.
God,
None of these have anything attached to them. That's so strange. Where did you pull these tokens from?
right from your character sheets.
That doesn't work. Go ahead and delete those. I'm going to bring
Sure.
the other ones over.
You go ahead and slide those over.
Copy. Battle map. Paste. Alright, does it work for you guys now?
Yeah. It's like, alright, that's it. I lost 2 cool friends, we didn't get our money, I'm gonna kill everything I see.
Yeah.
That isn't a good person.
Yeah. So she leads you right up to this little section in the field ward, and as she starts to round the corner, she points and goes there, down there, and you can hear like some screams and some voices further back in the alley, and Sabra quickly just draws her sword and starts running up before someone in a familiar set of robes spins around hearing this, and I'll need everyone to roll initiative.
First initiative, new character.
First initiative,
Hey.
character.
New character, who dis?
Wow.
Wow.
He is going to get JoJo stomped into the ground, and then we'll deal with the devil.
Never whisper rolls, please. Thank you very much. And I'm missing a character sheet. That's all right. There we go. Got it.
Well, what was that about stomping them?
Look, I said him. I don't mean the devils are their own thing.
Elizabeth, you are up first. But you pause around this corner and you hear some laughing and some like high pitched laughing. You see a creature you've seen before, kind of like peer over the side. Its spine's like flaring up, just like staring down at all of you. And you see another one further down the alley swoop by. But it is your go.
I don't like the look of that initiative order.
It'll be fine. Sabra will be. She'll just run out and get killed. It's fine.
Especially fucking considering my armor is still fucking melted, so that's awesome.
Well. Someone should have gotten it fixed.
Somebody should have said
Yeah, I forgot about it
something to the
until just now.
artificer.
At least they can't melt your armor anymore. Just the rest of your body.
Just your pride.
Yeah, Elizabeth is. She's kind of pissed off enough to be a bit reckless. She's just gonna run up to this guy and fucking vampiric touch him.
Go for it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That does miss.
Does this?
She doesn't even draw her weapon, she just walks up fucking. And yeah, it's just about to swing, like throw fists.
Yeah. So you reach out trying to snag him, and he spins quickly, brandishing his weapon and warding you off. Anything else you'd like to do?
Having squandered that, I think I might just. I'll take the attack of opportunity, but I'll shift into cover.
Sure. Yeah. 21 hit?
It sure does.
Alright. 4 piercing damage.
That makes the concentration save, right?
It does.
Fantastic.
Alright. So, the depth that swooped by, and apply forward. And you hear someone yelp in pain as they take 1 point of damage.
Dang it.
Let's see.
How tall up are these? I assume buildings.
I'd say I'd say it varies between 20 to 30 feet.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to get their attention.
This one's gonna also go after these people. It's not a critical, fortunately. This guy goes unconscious. Blech. Blech. And flies up to another, and there's more shrieking as these creatures attack these people. That one misses. This one, seeing all of you, is going to. This thing's gonna be 20 feet up in the air, but it flies over. It's gonna go after Eleanor, I think.
That's fine. I'll use my reaction. Hiya! Ooh, max damage.
What's the range on
It's
your
if they're
AoE
within
force?
10 feet of me.
It is 20 feet up.
Oh crap, okay, fine.
Yeah, sorry.
But a 15 does not hit.
Okay, so it misses both. And then it's just gonna fly over and take cover behind on the other side of the roof. Those are their turn. Savra stares up, she hears the screams, and she, with her weapon drawn, she just shouts, "Fortier!" Runs forward, runs around this guy, and is going to make 2 attacks. And miss horribly. And hit with the second one. So her first attack swing goes wide, and this cultist quickly ducks as her sword slams into the wall, and he starts laughing as she's like yanking at it. Finally pulls it out, and on the backswing just hits him. Mention it out.
Good.
And she has oh, neat. It's good to know. Eleanor.
Well. She'll take a step in. She'll shillelagh her quarterstaff and then give him a firm boopin'.
Go for it.
Oh man, a 14 or a 14?
A 14 misses, but Sabra looks to you and says, and just shouts, "Aim low!" And as she's swinging again, she will let you add a D4 to that, which will hit because one more will hit.
Yeah, that's all I
Which
got.
will hit. So she uses her reaction to give you a bonus.
And bam, 10 magical force damage to the face.
Bap! And his face gets force damaged. So she just coordinates that really well with you. Jasper!
Nope,
Nope.
not Jasper.
Oh, it says... Yeah. Okay. Epidote.
We're the E team.
Yeah, you are the
Epidote.
team. Epidote. Yeah, the name hasn't changed on the thing, that's all.
Yeah, it's because there was the wrong one. That's all right. It's fine. So Epidote runs by, and as she rolls by, she reaches over she pushes a button, and she says, "Hugify," and she makes Savra bigger. And she
Yes!
gets over here.
The absolute unit.
But she casts through the thing. It's just a bigger ray, and it makes Savra bigger.
And bigger ray. Anything else?
No, I cast a spell.
Okay. Eloise.
Can I see all of the devils? The 3?
You can see this.
Maybe this one up here. Let's see.
Yeah, this one up here has cover, so you can see those two.
I can't see this one? Okay, that's fine.
No, it's on the other side of the building.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay where I am and say knockdown and cast magic missile.
Ooh. And where are these missiles going?
I am casting one at each of the 3 things I can see.
All right. So you utter that incantation, and the 3. What do these magic missiles look like?
They look like golden spears.
And with unerring, with unerring accuracy, these golden spears just like spiral out and whip around, each going to 3 different targets, striking each of them square in the center of their bodies. All 3 are struck. This fine devil sees Savra get bigger and looks behind it and goes, oh shit, an infernal. It's gonna make one attack against Savra and the other against Epidote.
No,
It does not. So it just panics. It's like freaking out and like flying in circles. You know what? I feel this deserves something.
He goes into a tailspin and crashes.
Yeah, I feel like he flies into a wall and goes prone. with 2 natural ones, and then another natural one on the other side of that. Here we are. The cultist.
Good, now that it's his turn and he's not flying 20 feet above me. Hiya! Con save for 2 damage.
He fails.
Yes!
2 more damage.
Just
He is not
smells the
looking good.
worst mushroom stink ever and hits him in the face.
Yeah, he's looking pretty beat up. Still standing, but he kind of like goes wide-eyed as Savra turns into a giant behind him, and he's going to whisper in Infernal, and I need her to make a wisdom save. Haha. What is your DC? Jeez, these cultists suck. Like, their DC is shit.
We'll murder you if there's 6 on 1, but oh man, it better not be a fair fight.
Better not be a fair fight, or we're done.
They have like a +3 to hit, and their DC is 11.
Excuse me? What are they, like, Oscar the Grouch is a warlock? Just the worst charisma ever?
Basically. They're
My patron really doesn't like me.
yeah. I think they're no. They just have a +1.
Oh man,
It is shit.
I
Yeah.
feel sorry, cultists.
So this guy spins around, seeing Savra become a literal huge threat, and whispers something infernal, and these spectral chains like fly out and start wrapping around her, but she just flexes and these chains just like fade, and he goes, "I'm gonna die,"
I'm in danger.
basically.
Not again. The horoscope told me everything.
Spine Devil's gonna fly to the edge of the building here and fire 2 spines at Epidot. For an 8 and a 23.
8 does not hit, 23 will.
Alright, that's 4 piercing and 1 fire damage.
Okay.
Elizabeth, you're up again.
Yeah, let's surround this fucko. She's gonna run in and grab him because vampiric touch is still going on.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Definitely
much better.
hits.
Sorry. Bam! 9 necrotic, and she heals for half of that, so back up to full.
Nice.
Alright. What would you like to do with this guy? Because he is down to 0.
She kind of just grabs his skull and drains him as she like looks at him. You're gonna fucking die.
So your intent is to kill him.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit! No. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Too late. He's dead.
It's too
I hit him non-lethally with inflict wounds.
These
Yep, so you
These
grab his skull
assholes
and he's
killed
like,
my friends.
"Ugh," and the life just drains out of him, and he just like goes like his cheeks go sallow, and he goes all wrinkly, and then there's like you could almost swear there's a flicker of darkness as he collapses to the ground. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Then can I just run through Savra's legs and try to get to there?
You can do that.
Yeah. Cool.
This Spine Devil is going to try and finish off this guy. Manages to do so. And will attack another.
No, you monster.
It knocks out another.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
You just hear the screaming from deeper in the alley. This one's also going to try. That's a miss. That's also a miss. This one's going to fly out overhead, still 20 feet up, and start shooting spines at Eloise. For a 21 and a 20.
Yep, both of those will hit.
6 piercing and 3 fire, and then 4 piercing and 3 fire. So a total of 10 piercing and 6 fire.
Youch.
And then it flies overhead and lands on the roof, taking cover again on the opposite side.
I can't fly or I would help.
Savra's going to take full advantage of this, her new form, and that's an extra D4 in damage, I think. For a
I think
large.
so. Yeah, for all the melee attacks.
Yeah. 23 and natural 20. that is a 15. Total of 30 damage.
Ouch.
Whatever. It dies. And she rounds the corner, carefully stepping over you so she doesn't squish. Eleanor, you're up.
Alright, well, he's hiding on the roof. But I don't like all of this rigmarole of this guy attacking, so she's going to... let's see, here and here, come near to, like, kind of try to put a little, like, defense thing on it, and I'm going to ready a spell.
Alright, what are you holding?
I'm going to hold Thorn Whip.
Awesome.
So as soon as he comes out, I'm going to pull his ass back down.
Okay. Epidote.
Alrighty, so they moved that way. This one's still up in the air on the corner, right?
Yeah, just clinging to the roof of the building.
These fuckers got out of reach. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Full move. 35 feet. Fast gnome is fast.
Fast gnome is fast.
So from there, when she gets there, she's going to take a page from Eloise, and one of the gauntlets on her mech suit is going to pull back, and she says, "Target acquired," and she's going to fire a magic missile, and she's going to do 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top.
Alright, roll the damage.
And you know what? I'm going to actually spend the last second level spell and upcast it. So when I upcast it, it adds another missile, so it's going to be
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Alright.
Give him the magical business.
Give him the business. Where are you, magic missile? There. 1, 2. So that's the bottom.
That's the bottom.
And the top.
Wow.
Some nice damage there.
And these very much look like the birds of prey darts from the Mandalorian. Perfectly missing all of the civilians around them.
Basically. So that is 7 and 9. I don't gamble. And whoops. You chunk them pretty good. Eloise?
Can I see the devil that was attacking me?
If you move here, you will be able to see it, but he will have cover.
I am going to yell out, "You need a timeout!" And I'm going to cast Mind Sliver. So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Mind Sliver.
So he is going to take 9 psychic damage, and hit the next saving throw he has to subtract a d4.
Alright.
Whoa.
That is pretty dope.
Get temporary baned.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you see this devil just like grab the sides of his head and just like screech in agony. Excuse me. guy's also dead. This guy's not dead. This one's gonna leap to the other side of the roof and toss 2 spines at Elizabeth. So I think the 13 misses.
Yeah, 15 AC.
Within it, it gets a natural 20 for 8 piercing and 6 fire. As it launches 2 burning spines. You save?
Concentration save.
Yep. That is enough.
Fantastic. And both of these guns are on the roof, aren't they?
Yes.
If we were much worse people, I would have just collapsed the building to remove their gun. I have the spell now. I control the building site.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run through Sever's legs again and just go up to here to try and get in range of these people next turn.
Okay. Any action you want to take?
Remind me, can you cast cantrips while concentrating on something else?
Yes. As long as
Yeah,
that
beauty.
cantrip is not concentration.
What's
Yeah,
that?
you just can't do 2 concentration spells, but as long as you're concentrating on one, you can cast any other kind of spell but concentration.
Yeah, sweet. I'll throw out a sacred flame at that one.
Alrighty. Dexterity. Does manage to roll out of the way.
Goddamn. Oh well, I'll punch him in the head next turn.
Yep. But before that, they see they're getting attacked, and these two are going to both try and flank Epidote. Alright, we got...
Only the... Oh wait,
They are
flanking. 19 and 22 will hit.
Yeah, the other one just sucks. So that is...
15?
Yep, 4 slashing and 11 piercing. And this one will once more fly out again, preparing to launch some spines at Eloise, and you may use your Vine Whip. Torn Whip. Yeah, that hits. You do 1 damage, but you pull it down.
Let me see this real fast before I do that, because I'm like, wait, is this the level that it goes up one?
I
Should've
think it
gone
is.
Yeah, it should
Level
have.
5.
If it's a cantrip.
Yeah, at level 5 it goes up.
Thanks me for not updating that.
Yeah, roll 1 more d6.
Okay, you know what?
It just says
Yeah,
down.
2
It just says,
massive
yeah, no.
damage, but yeah, like as soon as it swoops up, she'll like throw one of the vines out and then like immediately yank it down.
You pull it down and say, "Go!" And it's still gonna launch its spines, but I think it's kind of stuck there, closer to you now. Does the 18 hit you, Eloise?
The 18 will hit.
Alright, that's 5 piercing and 6 fire. Sarah is gonna run up. She's gonna try to chunk this one down here. Misses and hits. Still standing, however.
Wow, those are some beefy boys.
Well, she missed her first attack. Eleanor, it is you again.
Immediately, I'm gonna thorn whip it again and pull it down further.
Okay. Make your attack.
No, fine. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, I think the 10 misses.
Let's see.
Got something else?
Not currently. So that's it
Okay.
for me.
Epidote.
Alright. Epidote's gonna start punching. She's gonna punch the top one and then the bottom one. Thunder Gauntlet.
Thunder Gauntlet. The 10 misses.
Wow, we got the same roll or the same numbers.
The 23 hits.
23 will hit. Boop. 9 thunder damage.
You splatted against the wall. So you throw out one fist. The first devil kind of dodges out of the way, and then as the second fist swings by, this you catch this thing perfectly, and you impact into the wall on the other side. And when the fist removes, it's just mush. Eloise.
Okay. She is gonna, to the devil that's been hitting her, she's gonna go, here you go, and cast Witch Bolt.
Here you go. That hits.
Oof.
27. Only does just 2 lightning damage.
2 lightning. It is still standing. But it looks super hurt. It is burned and scraped. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How high up in the air is it?
Just 10 feet. It got pulled close.
No. I'll
Alright.
see where I am.
This one's going to fly over to this side and launch a couple bolts at Elizabeth. A couple spines. Does a 16 hit?
The 16 hits.
Alright, that is 6 piercing and 2 fire. Right into the back.
Wait. Does the devil have reach?
It has ranged, not reach.
Okay, so it won't get an attack of opportunity if I move because it's in the air?
No, it won't get an
Correct.
attack.
Yeah, because you're not in its melee range.
Okay, then I would move away from it.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
And you do. You're up, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I need to drain someone for their precious life juice.
Go for it.
I
That
don't think that's good.
just hits.
Hey, beautiful. For 7 necrotic.
Oh, those 2 ones.
No, not like this. This devil gets a little thinner.
Just. She just jams a straw in it.
Kinda. It's gonna spin around and try to chap you, Elizabeth. I'm gonna bite and then jab. With an 11 and an 18 for 1 damage. This guy's dead.
Dang, I finally lose vampiric touch.
Aw.
For 1 damage.
For 1 damage.
For 1 damage.
This one's going to launch a couple bolts at 5 and
Haha.
11 and a 6. Nope, so it gets nothing. But it
Oh,
does
good.
fly
And
with
it's,
wings
and
removed.
it's within 10 feet of me at the start of its turn, so...
Oh, yeah, it is.
2
DC
whole necrotic
60.
damage if it fails.
Well, it does fail.
Yes!
It's like
Death by 1,000 spores.
it's still clinging to whatever excuse for life a devil has. Now Sabro's gonna try and put it into this last one. 13 hits. That one dies. And she's gonna run up, and since she's tall enough, she's gonna make an attack at that one. But misses. She tries like poking at it, but it just kind of flutters back. You're up, Eleanor.
Okay, if it has cover and it's like you need to do a saving throw, does it get an advantage on it for it being in cover?
No.
Okay.
It only has so much cover because, I mean, there's Witch Bolt attached to it.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's like a gold shimmery, almost coin-like substance coming from me to it.
And I can see it from back here, right?
Yes, you can see it.
Hiya, chill touch.
That hits. Hey,
I even remembered my extra damage dice.
but you know what? It was enough.
Yeah.
So it gets strangled by
Now.
the skeletal hand.
And now I'll move in because I don't know if any of the other things are dead yet or not. There we go.
Evident,
How are we doing?
you're up. You hear? We have injured.
There's still one alive, though, yes?
Yes, there's still one alive.
Alrighty. I can see him from here on the corner?
You can.
Okay. She'll turn, point the gauntlet, and she's gonna firebolt.
That hits.
Oh, that is
Fire.
my full damage fire.
Yep.
Fire.
So you launch this bolt of fire, and it strikes it pretty solidly, but the flames just seem to wash over it. And like glances down at you and goes, "I was born in fire."
Then you should stop being a coward and come down here.
Oh, just down the alleyway. Ooh.
Eloise?
I'm gonna come a little closer and say again, you need a timeout, and cast Mind Sliver again.
DC 16 intelligence.
So it takes-
Headache!
And then it has a negative D4 to its next saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Whoops, that's not right. Hey, it's its turn. I think these guys have flyby. They do. It's gonna swoop down and make 2 attacks against Epidote. It bites and
Misses.
tries to stab it, and then it just flies over your head and lands on the top of the building here.
Technically, would it have been in melee range for the sake of attacks of opportunity?
It would have been, except it has flyby.
Dang. Huh, neat.
Elizabeth, it is your turn.
Oh well. She's gonna run over here to try and actually get a visual on that one, then throw out a sacred flame.
And it has minus
Oh.
D4. Not that it
Yay.
matters.
And that's all I do.
Okay. 3 more damage. Savra is going to. She doesn't want to step on anyone on the ground, so she's just going to take out a gigantic heavy crossbow. Fire. Just hits. For 13 damage. Oof. Okay. Probably not going to survive much longer. Eleanor!
Well. Wait, I can't say anything. Let's see, it's 15 feet. I think I can just get that.
Is also 20 feet up.
Okay, yeah. Hey, you're 5 feet in range, kid. Oh, never mind. Chill Touch is 120. Wait a minute.
That hits, it's dead.
Whoopah! Like max damage on one, almost on the
Wow.
other.
But hey,
Just-
you all managed to down it. There are some of these innocent civilians like laying with like scraps, bite marks and stab wounds.
She'll look back to Eleanor. Look back to the satyr. You all right? Since she witnessed.
If you got shot at by devils, would you be alright?
Well, no, but I'm asking more of, do you need healing right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
One of the civilians on the ground are cowering in the back. 3 of them still seem to be up. 3 of them are just bleeding on the ground.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
12 HP for you.
Elizabeth will kneel down and try and patch up the injured-looking ones.
Okay, easy enough.
And Eleanor will come to assist and then offer healing to anyone else that's still pretty wounded.
I'm gonna enlarge my pan flute and just start playing it to kind of like calm them down.
Give me a performance check.
You play Disturbed.
Okay.
It's only a 12.
Yeah, it's not terrible though. It's above average. After a moment, they with the stabilizing the few that had been knocked unconscious, and with Savra there as well, they do start to calm down, but they do look shaken. They're not panicking anymore. But Savra looks to the rest of you and says, "You've all done good work here. Tears blessing, these folk can get on with their lives a bit more peacefully, but it's clear that there's definitely it's a shame that we couldn't keep that one cultist alive, but
Sorry about that.
Speaking of cultists, are these the cultists you were looking for?
This is one of them. They certainly looks familiar enough that it seemed like it
same outfit, I'm assuming?
Yes. They all were in very similar attire. And the last ones that we saw in the old tower summoned things like this.
They're a bit more fanatical than I like. Elizabeth, you've done really well here. She counts on her fingers. Here. And she reaches into her pouch and pulls out 4 potions of greater healing.
Of greater healing. Ooh,
Yes.
fancy.
1 for each of you.
Oh, very nice of you.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. The Order of the Continent really appreciates this. You also gain 2 more renown with your faction.
Hey, I have a shitload of that now.
You're moving up there. Do you still need help with these grells? I'd be happy to accompany you with this grell.
I wouldn't argue if you wanted to come with. Do a bit more demon slaying or whatever the fuck a grell is. I don't know. Regardless, it needs to be put down.
Yeah, roll an Arcana. So a grell is... Let's see if I can get a picture for you. I think I got one.
Oh, Grail, no.
A grell is an aberration. Looks like this.
Ooh.
Ugh, good
Oh,
lord.
yeah.
It's a bird brain.
Yeah, that thing needs to be put down.
It is a bird brain. But these creatures... Where are we? Here we are. These creatures... Would you roll an 18? 18. Yeah. Okay. So, they are aberrations. They tend to grapple their prey before eating them. With that, you would know that they are immune to lightning and have no need for eyes to see.
You know, game, you gave me a spell as a class feature, and the one time I'm like, I'll use it. Like, it wouldn't work. Dang it. She's so disappointed.
I don't know why I have an intimate knowledge of fucking grells, but
Yeah, I don't know why either.
don't worry with lightning.
Rolled high enough.
But yes, I'd certainly appreciate it if you wanted to come and kill this thing. It'd be fun.
Well, it sounds like you probably should before another old lady gets snatched up.
Yes. We can't delay. Let's get after it.
So the
If she can be saved, great. If not, we need to make sure it doesn't get anyone else.
yeah, the commoners are reassured and sent off back home to safety. So I will need for who's going to head the search for this grell in the dock boards.
I can try and track it if it's based off survival.
I will need...
As can I.
First, I will need a. First, I will need an investigation checks.
Let's do some investigation.
One day I'm gonna get the Paragon character that has 18s and everything, so none of these rolls suck.
I love that I'm rolling with a +7
What?
and did one better than you.
I'm just looking at a brick wall.
Well,
That's on brand.
yeah, we're off to a great go here.
All right. You all spend about an hour searching the dock wards. It gets a little bit later. Give me another round of investigation checks.
It's getting
There we
better.
go. All right.
I'm going the wrong way. This wall is fascinating, y'all.
Yep. You all probably split up with the idea to meet back. Epidote does gather some information that the last location that this thing was spotted. She can guide you back to where it was. From there, I will need survival checks. As you spend another hour searching.
Oh my god, with an
Really?
8, all I got was 15? Come on, game.
That's where my 19 comes in, y'all. The thing I'm not trained at.
It's fine. Epidote is on top of this. She leads you down through a series of alleys.
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
And is able to guide you to where these things are currently hidden. Oops, wrong page. Oh, right page.
It's sad when my natural 20 doesn't beat the 22.
All right, so interesting, cool. All right, so you all follow a path. You start to notice like drag marks, large drag marks, where like a human-sized body might have been pulled through. You start to pick up that they're notice of a few bones here and there. Before, sure enough, you round a corner and there is indeed a brain hovering with chunks of meat wrapped in its tentacles as it chews with the bait. And as you notice that one, another one, whoops, starts to round the corner as well. But they turn as soon as you're within about 50 feet or so. They turn and there are these as they turn and the tentacles kind of flare up as though they can sense you. And again, we shall roll initiative.
You would.
Wow.
Well, cool, the boss battle, no one's ready for.
I'm gonna just be over here. I'm gonna move myself closer though, since I was leading.
Yep, you all can and position yourself how you want. Sabra would have been following, but she would have kept close. Oh, right, I guess I should. Of course, let's never whisper rolls. And Cindy. This one goes and its tentacles like wriggle around and lash out at you. Let's see. Does an 11 hit?
Me? No.
How about an 11?
Nope.
Alright. So it just like wraps around like an arm, one of the arms of your armor, and just goes doing nothing at all. Sava will run up and take a flank. And chop it!
That's some chunky damage.
That is some chunky damage. A total of 23. Elizabeth!
I'm just gonna run up and fuck it, go for my signature one. Inflict wounds.
Go for it. 13 does hit.
Oh shit. 14 necrotic.
14.
Oh, there goes that idea.
Or it's gonna ask if you needed help. Never mind. You got it.
That is...
And that's all I do.
Jesus, you guys chunk this thing horribly. There's like brain matter flying all over the place.
It's like, look,
Eloise.
pal, we're busy avenging our friends.
Yes.
I'm going to yell out, "Locked on!" And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at this one.
Alright. Again, these golden spears fly out. Just arcing and spiraling around everyone.
Here it is. So 9 damage.
Yep.
Oh.
And they just completely lobotomize this thing. As all 3 bolts strike at the same time, and more of that gray matter sprays out from the opposite sides where the bolts hit.
Dang, y'all.
Eleanor, you're up.
Alright, let's see. Why does this not have the thing? Ah, okay. I don't know why it doesn't have the extra description on it, but since she doesn't want to be anywhere near this thing. Fusha! DC 16 can't save.
16.
Please and thank you.
No, it passed.
Alright, so it takes 10 damage, frost damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
That's
Or
fine.
weapon attack. I don't know what constitutes a weapon attack with a giant floating brain, but you know.
Yep. It sees its friend, apparition friend, just get completely destroyed, and it turns around and starts floating upwards 30 feet. It starts to crest the one of the buildings. Epidemic. It appears to be flaming.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It is 30 feet in the air.
No, it's not. I shoot it down.
Okay.
30 feet in the air, you say? Well, you know what's not immune to fire? Rel. Slap!
That hits.
God bless it. It's also crinkling. Super crinkling.
Sorry.
What?
5 fire.
Yep. You hit it in the back as the back of its occipital lobe, where as it starts to flee. She's going to kneel down and take out her heavy crossbow and try to fire at it as well, and miss completely. Elizabeth.
Run forward and throw out sacred flame.
Oh, nice damage.
Well,
It dances out of the way.
he's like, nah, it's fine.
And I end my turn.
Eloise.
I'm gonna move up. And I'm gonna say, time's up, and give my pan flute, play a little ditty on my pan flute, and cast Mind Spike.
Ooh. Wisdom save. It fails.
Ooh, so it okay. Let me read all of what that does. So it takes the 19 psychic damage,
Mhm.
and if it on a failed save, I know the target's location until the spell ends.
How long does it last?
1 hour.
Well, this thing is probably not escaping.
Hey, you don't know that.
I mean, you can hover over buildings, but...
The
Eleanor,
one
what would you
place
like
I
to do?
can't get to. Alright, I'll move up right next to her. Let's see, it's 15, then 30 up, so like 45 feet or no, 45 feet. Well, be about 45 foot. I don't know, I haven't done math in a while like that. So I'll just try to hit it with Spooky Hand.
Spooky hand, you don't want to pull it closer as it flees? That does hit, though.
I can't. Thorn Whip only has a 30-foot range. That's why I was like, I have to wait for this thing to pop out on the rooftop.
13 damage. Ooh. This thing's on its last tentacles.
Just hear Eleanor like, get back here, you coward!
If it could flip you off, it would, but it starts to flee. It manages to get over the buildings and hide. Everyone give me a... Well, no. Yeah, give me a survival check, since you obviously know where it is, but just give me a survival check to navigate it. Easy enough. You go down some alleys, and then you see it fleeing as well. It rounds a corner and goes... and, like, turns in your direction and, like, turns around and starts going the other way.
Oh no, we're not Scooby-Dooing this one. Get back here, you coward!
Everybody just give me an attack roll. This thing's barely alive.
I'm just gonna magic missile at 2nd level.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh, okay.
A punch.
You all managed to chase it down and destroy this thing. That was a clutch mind spike.
Whew.
Could have gotten away to do more damage. But hey, you stopped it.
Heck yeah.
Well, hopefully there are no more of those things.
I'll assume at least for a little bit, because if these things were put down without being too spread out in the city, they'll probably think that there's much better defenses than there are.
Well,
Very much appreciate your help.
of course, you've been of great assistance to to the Order of the Gauntlet. I'm glad I could help as well, especially to protect the city. I do have to return and make my report, but if you need assistance, don't hesitate to ask. You may want to report in to your friends. She points to Eleanor. Regardless, I'll stay in touch.
Much appreciated.
She gives a nod and turns around and heads off.
Eleanor will do her last second level spell of the day for her second animal messenger to send another message to the Enclave saying they took care of it. Called To Be Adorable Bird. Just like a calm bird, just waits and waits because there's nothing probably nearby.
A pigeon flies down.
Hey, close enough. Listen, I have a message. And she'll tell them that there were two of them and that they were taken care of fairly swiftly with the assistance of the gauntlet.
Then flutters up and flies off in the direction of the garden estate that had your companion. Where do you all go from here?
So what's our next order of business?
Suppose now we just wait until we know where they've moved the gold. Or wherever
You don't want to
they
go check on your dragon friend?
We should, just to make sure that he's alright. He was very nice. I'd hate if they did something to him.
Yeah, after you.
Okay. So as you make your way back to the old tower where you had first descended into the Vault of Dragons, you manage to, as you're approaching, there is actually, it takes you a little bit to get there, but birds can go over cities, and a small blue jay comes and lands on your shoulder, Eleanor, and you hear, very good. I'm happy that we could count on your service. Our patron has a gift for you, and you sort of met Jareth before. You met Melanor, who was the druid, but Jareth you sort of met.
I think Jareth was the one that was talking to me before I met Meredith.
Yeah.
Like in my head.
You've actually never seen them. But go ahead and give me a history check real quick. Okay. You would know that while Jareth Falcon was once immortal, they would be considered what is a demigod. Still technically mortal, but there's enough people that worship them that they have some semblance of power that can bestow gifts. And in her disembodied state, you feel her reach out, and everyone who participated in the battle to defeat the Grells receives a charm of heroism, which I will post.
Ooh.
Oops. So for the charm of heroism, this charm allows you to give yourself the benefits of a potion of heroism as an action. Once you do so, the charm vanishes from you. Why it doesn't just say what it does, I don't know, but everyone gets a charm of heroism. And
Yay.
basically for that, an hour after using this charm, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of the Bless spell with no concentration required. So, you also add a d4 to any of your saving throws or attacks. You also
That is
gain-
wicked.
Yep, and Eleanor, you also gain 2 renown with the Emerald Enclave.
Yay. She's gonna have to actually talk to them and ask what this does, because I'm up to 6, and I don't know what you do with it.
Yeah, I've got 6
You
renown
ask,
as
you
well.
call in favors.
Yep.
I need an
Let's choose
airdrop.
the-
I need an airdrop, guys.
I mean, they might be able to provide one.
Just a bear drops on somebody. Not like that.
The sewer bear comes to assist.
Finally, he's back.
He's back! But you all make it to the old tower, and when you enter and go down into the cellar, you find that that large door is sealed once more.
Well, fuck.
And then you hear, this is, normally you would ask permission before entering my property.
Nor look around. Huh?
And you see that Eshvel is standing there in the doorway.
Yeah, sorry for barging in. We wanted to check to see if the dragon was still down there.
And there is another way in, but it's a ways off. I took a peek inside. The dragon's still there. My guess is this cult had used methods of deception to slip the goals away.
What insight check that she thinks the dragon is still there, or she knows the dragon is still there?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I'm not good at those.
Hard to tell. Would you like to ask for this other way in?
Can I make an insight check before that?
Go for it.
Where is this other way in?
She seems to be telling the truth. I'll show you. I'll talk along the way.
Thank you.
So I've been following up on where they were taking it from. There were carriages wheeling out from the tower further north of here. They've taken it to They've been ferrying it all the way to a villa, which I did a little bit of research, and it belongs to the Castellantis.
belongs to what?
Do you know who the Castellantis are?
We know of them, I think.
You think? The Castellantis are a very well-off noble family, unlike my own family, whose name has been sullied over this past century. The Castellantis are in very good standing. They are worshippers of Siamorphe, which is the demigod of nobles, and are very active in tending to the community, as it were. In fact, they are holding a party open to everyone, nobles and commoners alike, to feed the masses.
They sound like really nice people. Why would they be doing anything evil?
Well,
I don't know.
and
Perhaps they're not.
Eleanor's like, they could be being told that this is gold being given to them for some kind of charitable thing for their work. They could be the ones doing it, and this is their charity is how they hide the fact that they're bad people.
Hard to say without actual proof. Which,
Mhm.
if you want proof, you would have to get in. But again, in a few days they're holding a party, and I intend to attend.
So yeah, we might actually get a little bit more use out of our formal clothes.
Well, good. I get it pressed.
Although I believe Lime was technically correct when she said she'd only get one use out of it. Pity.
But
My mushroom friend.
yeah, she starts leading you off to a bit of an elevated rise. It does take a little while, and you see her start to sneak along. And she pauses and looks and seems to check for any guards or anything before she slips off. And there's these small tunnels that lead off and into a large chamber below. Down there.
Thank you very much.
You may need some rope, but I've given you the information. What you do with it is your own business, I suppose. But maybe I'll see you at the party.
Most likely.
Hand me your map. And she will mark the Castellanter Villa on your map. Right here. But if you all are going to try and find the dragon again, I'll say with if you tie a bunch of rope together and have I don't know, 150 feet of rope, you can slip in.
I have 50 feet of rope.
I have some rope in a pouch, but we need.
Yeah, so do I.
I have levitate.
And
That must be nice.
yeah, so you make your way inside and you hear, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you again." Familiar dwarf with a glorious golden beard and fancy staff. And he steps out of the darkness. You've already acquired your gold. Why are you
I'm
here?
Elmo's like, I'm afraid we didn't.
Haha, they stole your faces.
They used us like that one that had come in pretending to be our friend.
And there's a moment before clarity starts to come over his expression. Devious. Well,
You can't be faulted for it. They've perfected that craft as a people.
I should have been more astute in my guardianship.
The
So
unfortunate.
what, are you the keeper of the dragon?
Oh, new faces. Dragon, you're looking for.
Is this a changeling as well, friends?
Oh no! And Eleanor comes out. This is the dragon.
Oh,
Are you sure?
yes, I tend to
It looks
take
like
this
a-
form down here.
Dwarf to me.
One moment, let me change. And he doesn't do that. He just changes right in front of you, and you see his form just kind of like glow a bright golden as scales start to shimmer as he takes on his draconic form once more. Is this what you were expecting?
Eloise's eyes go kind of wide as he transforms. I'd heard stories, but I didn't think it'd be true.
What stories, my dear?
Well, there were stories in the Feywilds that there was a gold dragon in Waterdeep.
Well, this is true. I am one of two that have been allowed in the city. The only gold, of course.
And like, so her legs are scaled like dragons, but now the scales just slowly start creeping up her body. How long have you been here?
Decades. 2, I think. About 20 years. Give or take.
Well, I've been searching a long time for you.
Is that so?
Not very many gold dragons in the Feywild. My magic comes from your kind. I hear stories of a gold dragon and I chase it.
You're saying you have ancestry.
Is he your dad? Wow.
Now, because I'm not actually, draconic, I'll kind of face away from everybody and I'll go wait for it and I'll cast Burning Hands. And instead of it looking like flames, it just looks like gold flecks and scales.
Well. Looks like the draconic blood does flow through your veins.
It seems it does.
How long have you been searching for me?
For about 10 years.
You came from the Feywild, you said.
I lived in Waterdeep for a while. Went back to the Feywild. And now I'm back.
Let's see.
Searching for whatever gave me these powers. And if you're the only golden dragon,
Then you must be a lineage of mine. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. He extends like one big clawed hand.
I'll extend my tail. My dragon tail.
His own dragon tail wraps around and you shake tails. And I'm gonna say let's see. I wish there was a more appropriate gift already made. Let me take a look. Because I don't want to give you like the same charm as before. Oh, by the way, there you go. That's what they look like.
He looks scary. And pretty.
Scary and pretty. Because I want to give you something, but no, even better. We're going to turn around and to the large pile of gems and start sifting through it. Roll me a D100.
4.
4.
And we're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
4.
There's a huge earthquake and everything just collapses.
It's like I cast gaseous form. So long, nerds.
Alright. So on a 4,
You get nothing.
oh no, wrong table. Roll again.
What? I
'cause
get a
don't-
table?
Yeah, roll again because
How am I gonna carry a table?
Actually. Here we go. Now roll me 1d4 and 1d6. What do we get? 1 and a 1.
1 and a 1.
Alright.
We are all definitely gonna die.
No, that's kind of.
You actually landed on the jackpot. He gives you everything.
No, I feel like that's. I feel like it's a little boring just being a potion. Roll another. Roll another. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Roll me 2d100. It wasn't supposed to be a d4 and a d6. 88, 92.
88. Thank you.
Wow.
We go from these low rolls to super high.
Mm.
That's 180.
Yep. So they start like sifting through these gems amid like other treasure and stuff through their hoard, and they pull out one scroll. And see, what was the other one? 92. Oh, you know what? This could be really good. One scroll and one wand. And they turn back around and extend it to you. Here, a gift for my progeny.
I appreciate the gifts of my ancestors. What is the scroll and the wand?
He will tell you it is a first level spell scroll, and the wand is a wand of secrets. So for the spell scroll, let's see, what's a good spell that will help you? Let's look at. Here we go. Let's do. Let's do something dragony. Unfortunately, I think Dragon's Breath is the second level. You know what? I like Dragon's Breath. It's a scroll of Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
So basically, you touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 fire damage of the chosen type on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Nice. I thank you for these.
Of course. I hope it serves you well. And do stop by now and then. I would love to get to know you.
Now that she knows how to get here, it should be pretty easy now.
I will have to ensure the protection of what's left here. Half the treasure is now gone, and from what I understand, in the hands of unsavory types. Do you think you can manage to return it to the city as it properly belongs?
To the best
But
of
that's
our
the task. That's the task you bestow upon me. That's exactly what
And I hope these gifts serve
I
you
will
well.
do. I guess we have a party to plan for.
See? We had a pretty eventful day, and it all started when some weirdo came over and asked you if you want to kill things. And yet you scoffed at me.
I mean,
Like
they
I
might
said,
still
not
be
everybody is built for killing.
This is very true.
So what are we gonna do for the next 2 days?
Well, we can at least scope out the Castellanta Villa. Maybe see if there's any sewer access around the building. They might be taking it underground.
And look up the kinds of things they do, see if there's ever been anything bad with their family name. Could be something awful, like maybe they've been blackmailed into doing this. And
I have... Oh no, that's lore. Would I be able to use my sage background to know where to find that kind of information?
You're looking for what?
Information about the castle lanterns?
Yeah, roll me a history check. Alright, with a 16. With your sage background, you'll know you'll be able to find more detailed information with there's likely some census anywhere. With the 16, you will learn that the Castellanters, and I actually have information on this. You probably go there to dig it up. You don't find anything that comes out to you as being, fanatical cultists of any kind. So if they were, it's well hidden. But what you do pick up is that the Castellanters fell on hard times a few years back. They did, however, reverse their ill fortunes and were able to restore their wealth through banking and money lending. The head of the family, the two heads of the family are Victoria and Amelia. Their eldest son, however, has disappeared 3 years ago when the family was on the verge of bankruptcy. They do have 2 surviving children, young twins named Terenzio and Elzarina. And Lord Victorio Castellanter is the only living heir to the late Caledorn Castellanter, who was a former Mask Lord and hero of the North. Over the years, the Castellanters founded a number of philanthropic societies and made generous donations to temples dedicated to good aligned deities. They are known to worship Siamorphe, a demigod, whose ethos is the nobility's right and responsibility.
I will let everybody know all of that information.
I'll say that is information you're able to pick up over the next day. But we're at that time, and I would like to thank everyone. Congratulate everyone on a job well done. You managed to complete some of your faction missions. Got some useful items, some magical help, and potions, and are gearing up for what may come next. You have gained the information on the Castellanters, and were able to find out where they live, or where one of their villas are. Supposedly, where the gold was taken. But we are about out of time, and we will call it here. Well done, everyone.
Yay. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching. This has been Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We are, of course, Partywipegames, and you can catch us tomorrow, at least most of us, where we will be playing Things from the Flood, The Quiet Year. And just remember, everyone, you need to wake up. Have a great night.